Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our series on BeamNG and automation. Today, we're going to be going ahead and designing a 1956 Peoplewagen, aka, kind of like the people's car, like the Honda Civic sort of a thing of its generation. So, previously, we'd done a 1946 model. It was kind of a neat car, and today, oh my gosh, the overcompensator. But again, we're going to go ahead and kind of recreate some of that fun from last time. So let's see what we have here today. We have a 1955. It's 2.1 is a pretty short wheelbase here. I actually want something a little bit long. We'll stick with the hatchback here. Kind of hoping there's a five-door version of this because I want something with a little bit of room. Look at the size of those. Those are huge. I love this body, by the way. It's so much fun to play with. I've got things kind of like this, and those are 1958s, but yikes! It's like a K car, teeny tiny thing. A Cabrio. Oh, Japan. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's do it to it. All right, we've moved up to the 60s, so we get some new materials here. The panel material, space age, as much fiberglass as it is. We're actually going to go with aluminum. We're going to go with a monocute today. Oh, it's a galvanized steel. We're going to be a front longitudinal engine. Let's see here. Front, we'll do double in the. We'll do McPherson in the front, and we'll do double in the back. So we actually have a nicer quality suspension here. We want a slightly better ride for this one. We'll build ourselves a new engine. All right, so this is going to be, let's see here, we're going to be building ourselves, let's see, we did an inline 6 last time, we'll do a V6 this time. We'll call it a V6, what do we want to call it? I have no idea. We'll call it a 3 conventional new turbocharger. All right, so we're going to do a V6 today. So V6, we're going to make it out of cast iron because, it's the times. And we'll do cast iron for the head material. It's so cute. That's actually pretty good. It's a 3-liter V6 there. Obviously, we're going to be rear-wheel drive again, but that's perfectly fine because people didn't really do the front-wheel drive thing. And we're a little wide. We're a little wide. We can actually go with this size, and we can deal with our width a little bit here, which gives it a slightly smaller design. Actually, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. We're already getting yelled at for front tires. Give me a break, buddy. All right, we're going to do a steel here because we want something a little bit stronger, and we're going to do forged. We want it just a little bit stronger as well. Obviously, we're 6-cylinder. We do need a little bit of balancing weight. I'm going to do 5.2 there. Makes it a little pretty smooth. Again, we don't know. I'm just kind of playing YOLO if you prefer. All right, compression. It's the 1950s, so we might be able to get this thing. This is a notable. This is a People Wagon 56 is what this one is. All right, we're sticking with a 3-liter here. Did do 3-liter, didn't I? Yeah, basically a 3-liter engine. Wait a minute. Can we get that closer to 3 liters? And not that it really matters. Boop, boop. Oh, boop, 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 boop. Nope. Gonna leave it right there and not even gonna care. All right, let's do it. Okay, so as far as compression goes, 9.5 is probably pretty good. Cam profile, we're going to drop it right in the middle of normal here. Springs and lifters, we're going to leave them alone for now. RPM limit, probably 6,000. It's going to be a lot less than this. Again, carburetors. All right, let's see here. No turbochargers yet. Let's see, carburetor. Ooh, okay, we have some choices here. We could do an eco, which is an answer no. DCOE. DCOE. I always forget this one. Have direct airflow in the path of the engine. The airflow needs to make a 90-degree. Oh, that's right. It's the ones that are in the front. I remember that. So now we can do a twin carburetor for that. We have no idea what these are going to be. Of course, we can do performance high or performance mid. I'm just going to go with performance mid. We'll keep it simple. Again, this needs to be a normal person's car, so we'll do a regular there. I'm going to leave this alone. Going to leave this alone for now. Again, we have no idea what the sizes are going to be. Cast mid's fine with me. It's decent. You can see just kind of a thing like that. Nothing too crazy. Let's see here. Buffalo, buffalo, baffle, buffalo. All right. So first thing we see here is we've definitely hurt our performance a little bit. Let's see, our baffles. We'll do reverse flow. That's fine. So let's go ahead and unchoke the exhaust a little bit. A little bit of choking of exhaust is usually a good thing. All right, 105, not a 5. Is this going to make a difference? Nope, don't change it. Let's see here. So we're pushing a 151 horsepower at 5,100 RPM. We could definitely tune that. I'm not like super duper thrilled about the lack of torque here. I could definitely move this way by adjusting the timing pretty substantially. It's going to give me a more drivable car, but it's, again, not that I need high performance or anything like that. All right, so that's a 5,100 RPM. That's a red line of about 55. Whoopsies, I did not mean to do that. Oh, it's a pretty big improvement in pressure, though. I'm going to leave that one alone. All right, so we'll head back. Let's see here. So we can start fixing with these things first. We do one of those things. Problem with that, though, is you've knocked our horsepower now to 100 horsepower, which is abysmal. It sucks. And obviously, we'd have to sit there and adjust this. It's not going to work. If we want to try to optimize our valves so they're just right on this engine, it's going to be right there. It's about that position. About 31 is what it's going to work out to be. And obviously, we could stiffen up the springs. It's going to cause us all sorts of problems later on. Obviously, a stiffer spring means you're getting more power up here. A softer spring means you're getting more power there. As you can see, if we want to optimize this engine for, it's going to be yelling at me because I'm not using valve. Yeah, of course, because it's too soft. And I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that. 150 horsepower. That's not great, but like at the same time as it's not bad. It's I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent if that makes any sense. All right, let's try. We'll play with compression a little bit here. And 158. Right there. Looks pretty good to me. Sweet. Head back on over here. I'm happy with that. Carburetor size. What is our carburetor? It's too big. Go ahead and shrink the carburetor a little bit. Problem with that is it's going to choke your high power. It's going to give you an overall boost of torque, but it's going to choke your high-end power a little bit. I'm fine with that. Manifold is pretty good. We'll choke that just a tiny bit also. And I feel like saying choking things, so we'll choke that too, because science. Let's see here, 96, 98, 99. So that consists 156 horsepower, 5,100 RPM. That's not bad. I mean, again, it's not that people had a lot of horsepower back then or anything like that. And obviously, we can cut it off for a little bit better reliability. We could even do, might as well do it right. Up. There we go. 5,200 there is going to be just about the peak there, so people don't go shifting in higher and higher amounts. All right, so that looks good. That looks good to me. We can fix with the timing a little bit. I usually don't mess with this because there's really not a lot of reason to doing it. If we have a little bit of room here, no, that's just going to mess things up. You're going to get yelled at because we're fuel octane problems. Yeah, that's typical. Of course, what we could do is change the fuel map and make it a lot more rich. But the downside with this, of course, means now that our fuel economy's hurt. Not that it matters that much. All right, exhaust. We can choke that a bit. I hate it when that happens. Now, what you end up doing is something like this in order to reduce the pressure in the exhaust. Does that really make that difference? 157 horsepower is not bad. Pretty good. Oh, we're getting yelled at again. Underutilized octane. That means we can advance the ignition map a little tiny bit here. Oh. And it's going to yell at us because we're doing it like the wrong direction. Or it says underutilized octane. How about now? I still have underutilized octane. Surprise. Okay, in that case, I'm going to increase the compression ratio. Up. So this thing gets grumpy at us. 8.6, headers need a little teeny tiny adjustment. Welcome to the iterative process, by the way, everybody, in case you're not familiar with it. And we'll go back up to 101. Delightful. Not bad. So it's about 160 horsepower. We could actually get that last horsepower out of it if I go like this. Just a tiny bit. And it's going to tell me I have underutilized octane again. Come on. 160. No! I need 0.1 more. I can't get any more advanced than that, guys. All right, let's increase the compression just a tiny bit. But, I'm at 159. Come on, man. Come on. So when this happens to you in this game, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll sit here and that's all it took. And now we're good to go. So everything's pretty well tuned here. And I have some underutilized octane again. But again, if I reduce this, that might hurt my power. Oh, now I don't. Ding. Don't touch it. All right, I'm going to leave all this alone. I'll go back to the basic mode here. Go ahead to the next page. Let's give it some automated testing. I like it. It works. All right, so we're going to stick to the family vehicles here. So I definitely want something very family-esque. 4-door, at least gives me 2 people in the back. 5-door, I like that. So it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. All right, next page. Colors. This is the 60s, which now means we get new colors. Let's see, we're going to make this a night. Ooh, ew, so ugly. I want to get the flake out of there. Oh my God, it's glowing in the dark. Ooh, yeah, let's make it a flat white paint. I call it the Eye Burner 9000. Oh, that looks pretty good. It's kind of an ugly gray. What if you make it a little bit grayer? Ooh, that is painful. Yeah, I like that. Painful. What did it call it? Heliodor. Cool, works for me. All right, so now we'll go ahead and address this sucker up, make it look all nice and pretty here. Like I said, I don't want to go too far, as I mentioned in the previous video. I'm just looking to keep things, like I said, simple. Nice and simple. That looks pretty good right there. I'll go ahead and give it some eyeballs. Go ahead and put some indicators on it. Let's see here. It looks pretty boring. I'm going to go do one of these things like that. I like that. Let's go flip around the back. Kind of like something like this. We'll kind of stick to the theme here. Ugh. I feel like it's supposed to be a little bit smaller. Whoa! I said smaller, man. Smaller. You know, what we could do is we could stick those like 1950s, like little like eyeball lights kind of a thing like that, like all the like fun like nuclear logos and things like that. I just don't know if that's going to be necessary. Yeah, do one of these kind of things. Just put it like right in the middle. I don't want to put that there. I actually want to put it like, ugh. I want to put it like in the middle of the hood or something like that. So it's just got a little nuclear light in the front. Oh, why not? Unfortunately, that's exactly what I'm going to do because I'm a bad person. There we go, right here. Let's see if that works. No, that's pretty painful. That's even painful for me. All right, let's see. Our favorite cooling grill. Still a 60s, so we're gonna have something nice and boring here. Ooh, that looks kind of fun. Let's stick that sucker right up in the front like that. Make it a little bit wider. Arr, arr, arr. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I think I'm gonna go with something like that. This looks so stupid. I love cars like this. All right, scoop is pretty good. A Windows sunroof. We're not gonna add that in this version. None of that. None of that. None of that. I'm not gonna add any of those. Ooh, intercoolers. Let's see here. Favorite miscellaneous fuel cap. Let's see here. I'm going to toss this in the back right corner, back left corner. Looks good to me. Handles. Ooh, we need nice and boring. Oh, chunky. I like that. And of course, this is the 60s, 50s rather, so we're not allowed to do any of those suicide doors anymore. So I'll just stick those in the back there like that. And now we get something that kind of looks like this. Let's go ahead and get some not so happy mirrors. I don't think the mirror is supposed to be that small. Love this program. Absolutely love this program to death. But man, sometimes it's like, I just want to do this. Just let me have it. Let me. Well, this is part of the new style of the day. It's kind of like Ralphie or something like that with big ears kind of hanging out. Oh, well. All right, let's see. Your favorite miscellaneous, fuel cap, door handle, boy handle, aerial. We want to get ourselves a little antenna. I'll go ahead and stick it right out of the back here. Come on. There it goes. We'll stick it like that. I like that. License plate. Obviously, we're going to do California. Boop. California, just like that. We're going to change it for New York, which is at least closer to where I am. That looks a little bit better. I'd be a nice person to put one in the front as well. I'm going to put a bumper bar on it. Ooh, this one's going to be ugly. Let's stick that like that. I don't know. That's pretty hard to look at right there. And we'll go stick one in the back as well because I'm a nice guy. Let's see here. Bumper bar, bumper bar, bumper bar. Don't say that too many times too fast. Your head will explode. All right, 1950s bumper there. It does not look like something that came out of the 1950s, especially with these guys right here. But hey, we're just experimenting. Why not? All right, with the letter N, because this is a notable. This is not my expensive car brand. There we go. There we go. N for notable. It's a notable car. Notable. Wheels, at least we have 1950s sports hubcaps classic. It looks pretty boring. Why are these tires so big? That's just something this game likes to do. We could do dual tip, but unfortunately, we're just going to have a single. Stick it right there like that. And it looks pretty good to me. The chrome is a little chromy in my mind, but I'll stick a little more off. Ta-da! Yeah, those mirrors are killing me so hard right now. I don't think I can drive this thing later, but we will. Oh, we have fuel tanks and all sorts of really fun rulers. Oh, that's cool. We could do a 1 meter ruler. I'll have some little round piece. I love little details and doodads that they've asked. I also appreciate the fact they finally added one of these. So if you want to unlock your trunk, for example, you can actually do that. I'll get some wipers on here. Let's see here. Are these things actually going to behave? Because you notice my wipers here. If I stick it like that, is that going to behave or is it just going to be dumb? All right, let's stick that there. Okie dokie. So we only have one wiper on here because we're too cheap to attach another one, but good enough. All right, drivetrain. So steel rear-wheel drive. I like the idea of an automatic. Manual's tempting too. I don't know. I'm going to go with a manual. I'm also going to do an open differential. Yuck. And we'll set the top speed at probably 120-ish. By the time we're done with it. 129 looks pretty good to me. Oh, there's choices. We're still, again, we're going for the people wagon here, so we're trying to keep it fairly large tires here. We want it to be something that people can be comfortable driving. Front tires. I don't get that, though. Like, look at this. Okay, so one of the problems we're going to have is oversteer. So I'm actually going to reduce this a little bit. Giving me issues with that? Clearance in the engine side is getting narrow. Just keep cranking this thing down until the light comes back on. You gonna yell at me for being too small again? So 120 was... It did say my tires were too small, did it? You did see that. All right, let's go put these back up to the normal size. We're going to leave all that stuff alone. See, I'm going to increase this a little bit so I have a little more room to put my terrible drum brakes here. Disc brakes! All right, disc brakes, though, are for chumps. do that. Make these gigantic. Obviously, I'm going to come back and change that later, but I'm fine with that. Don't need an under tray. Maximum brake airflow. Let's see here. Basic, standard. Looks good. Can I make it a bench? Oh my god, double bunch seats. Heck yeah. Phonograph. No. We'll make a nice standard AM radio. I'm not putting a phonograph in a car. All right, hydraulic. This is a very, very nice drivable feature. I kind of like that. Standard 50s. It's fine. All right, we can do progressive shocks or we can do standard shocks. This thing's a little too cheap for that, so I'll go with the standard. All right, let's start dealing with all the problems. All right, brake force. Brake force. Oh my god. That sucks. Put that a little bit. Oh, look at that. It was almost perfect. There we go. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and this is a little heavy duty. Oop, too much. We need a little brake force. I'm glad it's much easier to tune the brakes than it used to be. Why does the brake force? We have lift in this car. That's kind of dangerous. All right, that's fixed. What else we got here? Load capacity, wheel spin, fade. I literally can't make these any bigger. So the fade, oh my god, the fade is like nothing. Whoa, whoopsies. So let's see here. Did that improve my fade a little bit? A slight fade. Again, I don't want too much fade here. And one of the things you can do too is you can switch to a race pad. It makes it very, very grippy, but it solves the fade a little bit. Yeah, see how the fade is now gone? But now I have to come back in here and go like this. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. Yeah, no problem. So I just needed a slightly more racy pad on this one. All right, next problem we have is wheel spin and ride stiffness. Okay, we can fix that. All right, let's see here. Spring. Oh my gosh, that's why. Holy smokes. No. All right, so the front dampers are soft. Okay, front dampers are soft. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm also going to do a little bit of this because why not? All right, let's see here. The car has issues with wheel spin. Clearance to the side of the engines are getting narrow. And we have a little bit of understeer at speed. I'd rather have understeer than oversteer. Let's see what we can do with drivetrain here. Let's see here. Top speed, fuel economy. We're 101, 126.6. Looks good to me. That's fine. Spacing. What do we have? First gear's up to 41 miles an hour. Wheel spin is 19%. That's nothing. All right, let's take it to the test track. Now, I think we have to beat 1:56. I don't know that we're going to succeed. We're a lot slower than the previous version was. At least it sounds better. All right, we beat it by 5 seconds. Okay. All right, so we have our 160 horsepower engine here. Stick with a 6-cylinder. And our fuel economy is pretty garbage. We have decent suspension. This is going to be a lot of friend. A lot of interesting kind of fun. And we'll find out in a few minutes when we export it over to BeamNG. And there it is, back in BeamNG, ready to test. And it's interesting. Those beers are killing me just a little bit. So let's see. Hey, a camera angle I could work. Oh, I could work with both those camera angles. Nice. All right, yeah, we don't have much of an interior here, but I'm fine with that. All right, let's go ahead and give us the basics. Yeah, I need a tachometer. So off the bat, it's less. I feel like I'm going to crash and die as the other one was. The other one definitely had kind of like a nice stiffness to it, but again, we're basics. That's not bad. I expected that. There it goes. All right, so far so good. For those of you who didn't see our previous one, I am driving with keyboard controls here, so you'll have to. Oh my gosh! Whoa! Okay, that was a little different. So it's definitely touchier. The other one was definitely a little bit more just kind of like solid. This one has places to be. All right, let's go ahead and test it for its fuel economy here. All right, we're cruising on the highway here. I'm getting, right now, it's 42 miles per gallon. Oh my gosh, that's pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and try it up at more kind of reasonable speeds here. All right, there we go, 65 miles an hour. So we're getting about 43 miles a gallon. This thing is incredibly efficient, but we want to see how fast we can go. Let's do it. That's actually pretty good. Kind of impressed for 1950s. That's awesome. I'm terrified of the lift this thing generates. Once we really start getting going, there's a good chance my back end's gonna start floating around. Listen to the wind noise. Did you notice my tires locked up on the highway? Yeah, not the most ridiculously high performing, but it's not. Oh. Oh yeah, I haven't had brakes like that in a long time. This is actually not bad. Again, I'm not being aggressive with this. These are hard compound tires. And it's only, like I said, it's like 150 horsepower. It's not that much. There we go. I knew that thing was going to oversteer. Listen to the back tires. They do not like me. Oh, yes, I could downshift to keep going, but I will light up the back tires pretty much instantly. So a couple things I'm noticing with this 1950s version here is I expected it to be worse. Like this is controllable. Like it's not fantastic by any means. Yeah, there's some pretty dangerous brakes right there, but it's responsive enough, like where I'm not having issues steering it. Like I can still kind of go where I want to go. Obviously the transmission probably could be a little more refined, but it's nothing bad. Like I said, I'm impressed. I'm actually kind of impressed. Can't wait to see what the 2020 version of this is like, with the nice adaptive suspension and stuff like that. And brakes. Yeah. Who tuned this thing? Whoa! Ah! Almost made it through. Whoop! Oh no! Oh well, that's one down. Not bad, not bad. Of course, once you have one accident, then the entire rest of the drive is nothing but accidents. Oh, these tires are so bad. Get ready for the hairpin. Oh, I really expected to lose stability. It's actually not bad, not bad. I have all the rear-wheel drive cars I've experienced driving the rear wheel. I don't think I've ever had one quite that bad. You know, they definitely do have some issues, especially if you load them just right. And this is an open rear differential, so it doesn't surprise me. Into straight, 50 into 10, 3 left, tightens 2. The rally game that, of course, I grew up on was, there were two of them. There was Colin McRae's Rally, which was 2005, and then there was also Richard Burns' Rally for the masochists out there. And I remember the training mission of Richard Burns' Rally, you had to finish the game by basically completing this like course. It was like 1 minute and 20 seconds. Like, I still remember the time, and I probably did it 100 times, and I could never do it. I just, even to this day, you know, this is 20 years later, I still cannot beat the training mission. That just gives you an idea of how my rally skills are. They just were not meant to be, especially with a keyboard. But I did actually get a nice steering wheel later on. I used to play a lot of racing games, but those times have passed. I fly now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Here we go, here we go. Okay. Oh no, we're gonna hit a tree. Okay, so it's not very smooth, but it's also kind of what I expected. Like, I would never drive this fast in this kind of road in the real world with any car, much less this one. Oh. But, not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeehaw! It's so bad. Can't be that bad if I could control it, I guess, though. See how bad they were spinning? Straight line, just go. This thing would be terrible at a drag race. So, again, this is supposed to be the vehicle that you, like, drive your kids to school with and stuff like that. And my current conclusion is, yes, you can get your kids to school, and you can even get them with a little bit of style. But, it's kind kind of dangerous, not gonna lie. All right, we're just getting our way up the hill here. Braking's really good. I'm very proud of my braking. That's nice, especially for a keyboard where it just locks it up. Again, we'll get anti-lock brakes pretty soon, but right now we're still in the 50s and we're kind of working with what we got. All right, not gonna do this without crashing a few times. Hey, we did it. Go! And there we have it. Got to turn the gotta do like the fancy tires, like like where they turn the tires a little bit for the fixture or whatever. And there we have it. We have the notable 1956 People wagon here. Not bad. I was actually kind of surprised by this. The 1940s version was a little bit tankier. This version is definitely a little more alive. Like you really have a lot more control over it, like when you're steering it and stuff like that. But at the same token, as the lack of the automatic transmission makes it a little less drivable from like a family perspective. Again, imagine your kid learning how to drive on this thing with those back tires. Could you imagine how dangerous that would be? But, of course, now we have to go smash the car up because I'm a bad person. All right, let's see how durable this one is compared to its competitors. Yeah. I don't know why, but that is like just fun for the wrong reason. Can I just go straight? Yep, here we go. Yeehaw! So we're gonna drive it until I crash it. Shouldn't take long, shouldn't take long. Whoa, almost lost it. Surprisingly controllable. Like, way more controllable than you'd expect this to be. And again, I'm using a keyboard here, so you know how much fun that is. Alright, moving our way down the hill. There's gotta be something I can smack into with a nice satisfying crunch. Hitting like a guardrail is just like, boring. I want something that actually hurts. Not that a guardrail doesn't hurt, trust me, they're pretty dangerous. I swear, the guardrail just jumped out in front of me. I'm sure it did. I think I'd be doing like a Monaco race in an F1 or something like that. Whee! I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying myself. Even though it's not the greatest car, it's surprisingly kind of fun to drive. It has this like weird twitchiness to it, and then it has the world's most controllable back end, even though it spends its entire time screaming in your ear saying that something's gone wrong. Oh, I almost lost it there. Alright, easy, easy, easy. No mistakes. I feel like my brakes would be so overheated about now, they'd just be like, yeah, we quit. Oh, I see my opportunity. Here we go, around the corner. It's 10-3, right? Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh no! Oop. I kept it together. I love these guardrails, but they're like in the wrong spot. I want to shoot off the edge here, but they haven't given me a chance to do it. Come on, guys, give me something I can crash on. There it goes. Oh, it was a little fast. Here comes the guy who's trying to deliberately crash the car, is taking his time and holding the brakes properly around the turns. Oh, that tree looked really good back there. All right, what do we got over here? Go! I am so impressed with this thing. Oh, no, no, no! Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Here we go. Ah! Enjoy.